You have to root for you, regardless as to who else will or who chooses not to. You want to have their support, their encouragement, their presence in your corner. But the reality is that you have to be the one that got you. You have to be your own pat on the back, your own push when you need it, your own cheering section, and give yourself your own acknowledgement. You told them what you were going to do. You started doing it. You decided that you were not going to stop until it was done, and they are still not going to acknowledge it. You're expecting a good job, and I'm proud of you, a keep going, and I believe in you, or a do you need some help? But instead, it's just, you can't, you won't, you shouldn't, why would you, you'll never. And that is exactly why you need yourself. Because counting and depending on, even worse, expecting them to see it, want it, or just say something positive about it is probably not going to be the case. You want them to be a part of, a piece in, a person for, but in actuality, they'll just be in the way. You have to encourage you. You have to be who says the things that you need to be said. You're going to have to be the one taking responsibility for staying committed to the things that you are going after. You have to be the one who prays and who has praises for the work that you're putting in. You're going to have to be the one that talks you into not giving out and giving yourself reasons that you need to keep going, especially when the going's tough. You decided that this was what you wanted to do and what it's going to be. You're the one that will have to be the proof. They might not even believe it when it happens. You might be the only one showing up. You're going to have to find the word that recharges you and be the one to deliver the message that you need to hear. When you run out of gas, overheat, or get to a point that gets difficult to be the drive that you need to keep going, you'll still be the one pushing the very same vehicle that you need to steer. And no one owes you the right interest, involvement, or investment. No one has to share your dream, your desire, or decide like you. You have to be the confident, the courageous, and the consistent that you need to complete this thing. As far as the crowd, there is no guarantee of what that side might do. You have to move on from sitting there and waiting on someone to see the you that you see. You might not ever be able to convince anyone to see this thing the way that you do. That chance and opportunity or break that you want them to give, that is exactly what you have to be. You're going to have to face yourself, forgive yourself, and then free yourself to move. You can't be dependent on nobody to be a there for you that only you can be. No matter what you want it to be, you have to see yourself, then choose. You have to choose to let go of expectations and to apply the least amount of effort in order to see the effects of not being affected by what they didn't do. When it's all said and done, you don't want to be able to complain about in anything when it comes to what should have been done with it. If the question is why they didn't, the answer is, why didn't you? So you have to mean it. What you meant won't be enough. It's what you made happen, and more so what you're making. The results will be the only thing referenced or respected when it comes to whether or not what you said was real. It comes down to what you talk about versus what you're taking. Are you taking every chance, every opportunity, every moment, every risk, and every route? Are you doing everything that you can to make sure that you do it, no matter who, what, when, where, why, or how they stand? Your success will shut their mouth. You have to be the open mind, the optimism that you need, the one that sees the options and the one that speaks it all into existence. You're going to have to be the one that develops and keeps the structure, the habits, the routines necessary to facilitate the foundation and faith that pushes you forward. You're going to have to break through the part of you that might resist it. You are going to have to talk yourself into, out of, and down from as necessary. When the unknown is terrifying, the now is unbearable, and when what's next is just scary, you are still going to have to be the one to make sure that you're okay, that you are ready, that you can do it, and that you're good. Because whatever you're going to do, whatever you're going to have to be, the only one to do it and get it done is because you decided that you were going to make sure that it would.